Hello everyone, Kind Tool Designer here. Today we're going to do a little bit of a different video than I've been normally doing. We're going to do a little cooking video. We're going to make some wings. We're going to bake them. We're going to use a little recipe from Chef John of Food Wishes. I'll post a link below as to the video that shows you, or to his page, his blog page that shows you the ingredients on how he made some wings. But the main thing is the coating that we're going to use to initially bake the wings with to make sure that they're crispy. And I'll zoom you in here on some of the ingredients that we're going to use and take you through it. Okay, the ingredients we're going to use for the basic rub that we're going to put on the outside is actually 1 tablespoon of kosher salt, a teaspoon of black pepper, 1 teaspoon of paprika, and the main ingredient is 2 tablespoons of baking powder. The baking powder that you want to get is the aluminum free, and that's what's going to give us the crispiness on the outside of the wings that are being baked. That'll be put into a bowl and mixed, and then we will put it on the wings and then put them in the rack for in the oven. The sauce we're going to make is actually a little concoction that I come up with last year. Gives you a little bit of sweet, savory, and heat. We're actually going to use just standard Sweet Baby Ray's. We're going to use about 2 cups of Sweet Baby Ray's, and we're going to use about 1.5 cups of the sriracha sauce, and then a big heaping tablespoon of roasted garlic diced. And then we're going to put that into a saucepan. We're going to heat that up and let it meld together for a little bit, and then when the wings are done, we will toss the wings into that. So, first thing to do is get the wings ready. Okay, in a bowl we have our baking powder, 2 tablespoons, 1 tablespoon of kosher salt, a teaspoon black pepper, a teaspoon of paprika. So now all we have to do is mix this up thoroughly. Just get a spoon here, and we'll just mix this all up so we got a good dispersion of all the spices and the baking powder. And then the next step will be to actually put it on the chicken. Get this mixed up better. Clumps. Okay, that looks good, about right there. And then what we have over here is 4 pounds of chicken wings. These were rinsed and then patted dry with a paper towel. And the best way to do this is actually just get in there with your hands, and I have a paper towel here to clean my hands so I can go wash them afterwards. But we're going to sprinkle on about half of it into the wings, and we're just going to get in here, turn them over, mix it up, try and get them coated as much as possible. Okay, and then we're going to sprinkle the other remaining half in there. Probably didn't put as much as half in to start with, but I will just, again by hand, get in here, make sure everything gets coated liberally on all sides. Make sure they're coated real good. And it's pretty much just enough to do. This 4-pound bag had 32 fairly good sized wings in it, so that turned out pretty good. Almost 3 dozen in there, and we got a good coating going around it. So the next thing to do is spray the rack that we're going to use for in the toaster oven. We're going to do this in the toaster oven, and then place them on the rack and get them in the oven. Alright, first thing we're going to do is we're going to spray our rack with some canola cooking oil. If we can get it to spray out properly. Then we're going to go ahead and start placing our wings on the rack. Doesn't matter really which side you're going to put these down first, because we have to, every 20 minutes we're going to take them out and rotate them to make sure we're getting good even cooking. Now I have another rack in our toaster oven that has a foil cover on it to catch any of the drippings, which we'll probably have. I need to try and get as many on here as I can. Pretty good sized wings. Try not to crowd them too much, but I want to get them on as many as I can. I have the oven preheating right now for 450 degrees, and this will take about an hour to cook. So while these are cooking, we'll go ahead and prepare our sauce for when they're done. Got some oddball ones here, but I think we can get them in here. And like I said, we'll be flipping them every 15 minutes until they're done. Okay. Get my hands off here a little bit. Get them in the oven. And we'll start the cooking process. Okay, time to do our first flip. Pretty good so far. Take a couple minutes to flip all these. Okay, and then let those go for another 15 minutes. The coating's already starting to crisp up a little bit. So we'll start on the sauce next. Okay, we're going to start on our sauce. First thing we're going to do, Sweet Baby Ray's. We're going to add 2 cups. Or maybe it was 1 cup. I think it was 1 cup. My own recipe, can't even remember. Okay, so 1 cup of Sweet Baby Ray's. And then we're not going to put a whole cup in, we're going to put in about 3/4 of a cup of sriracha. And I already have a jar here opened. We're going to use that up first. Looks about 3/4. So about 3/4 of sriracha. Get all that goodness out. And then here comes the little bit of savory that we're going to put in. This is minced roasted garlic. So we want to put in a nice big heaping tablespoon. That should be good. And then what we're going to do, put that on low. So we're just going to mix this in real good. And bring it up to a light simmer for about 10 minutes. And then we'll put the lid on it, turn it off, let it sit till the wings are done. And we'll check to see how warm it is. We still want it kind of warm whenever we're going to put it onto the wings. If necessary, we'll put the temperature back on for just a little bit. Okay, next step will be finishing up the wings and getting the coating on. Okay, here's some of the wings of that batch, and I just thought I'd get you close up before we put the sauce on what they look like. A little fork test. I don't know if you can hear that or not, but they're not crispy, but they are definitely crisper than regular baked wings. Not all soggy and sloppy. I'll break one open here. Very juicy. Very, very tender. Just fall apart. Not all soggy. Very, very good. Okay, we're going to put the rest in the bowl and put the sauce on. Alright. Have all the wings in the bowl now. These are actually very good just to eat by themselves. They turn out very well with the paprika and the pepper and the salt. And like I said, they're not all soggy. Skin's pretty crisp. I really like this recipe. I've tried it last year, and I think that's my go-to recipe for preparing the wings prior to putting on the sauce. Now, here's our sauce. 1 cup of Sweet Baby Ray's, 3/4 cup of sriracha sauce, 1 heaping tablespoon of roasted minced garlic. So all we're going to do, and the best thing to do is to have a spoon and just pour this all in, all over the wings. And take your spoon and just toss them. And make sure you toss them all through as good as you can. And get good coverage on all your wings. It's just about the right amount to give them a good coverage. Make sure you get them all real good. Oh yeah. Looking good. Let's throw some on the plate here. And there you have it. There's the money shot. Looking good. Let's take a bite out of one of these with the sauce on. It's pretty spicy. Sorry for eating in front of you, folks. But that is just really awesome. The sweetness of the Sweet Baby Ray's, that real good kick you get with the sriracha sauce, and you can taste that garlic in the background. big time. These are just awesome. They bake up real nice and easy. I strongly suggest you try that recipe from Chef John from Food Wishes. Again, I'll post a link in the bottom of this video or down in the comment section. He has an excellent channel. He does an excellent job. Really glad that I found that particular recipe. And hey, everybody should try this. This is absolutely delicious. Okay, thanks everyone for watching. Until next time, take care.